Paul has spent over 2 years in Ephesus, preaching about Jesus being the way to God. The new Christians become known as followers of the Way. Are you already one of them? In Ephesus is the temple of the Greek goddess Artemis. The Romans call this goddess Diana. People from all around the area come to worship at the temple. In Ephesus lives a silversmith. His name is Demetrius. He makes silver shrines of Artemis. He is not the only one making these shrines. He and many craftsmen earn a lot of money by selling these silver shrines. Demetrius is not happy with Paul. He calls the craftsmen and other workers together. He says, "Man, you know that we receive a good income from this business. And now you see and hear how this fellow Paul has convinced many people here in Ephesus and in practically the whole province of Asia that gods made by human hands are no gods at all. There is danger that our trade will lose its good name. I fear the people will say the temple of the great goddess Artemis is nothing special. And the goddess herself, who is worshipped throughout the province of Asia and the world, will be robbed of her divine majesty." Oh, the people don't realize what a blessing it is to see that man-made gods are no gods at all. They don't realize what a blessing it is to get to know the real God who wants to take care of us. When the men hear the message of Demetrius, they get very angry, furious. They begin shouting, "Great is Artemis of the Ephesians!" Soon the whole city is in an uproar. The angry mob rushes towards the amphitheater, a large stadium in Ephesus that can hold 25,000 people. They drag 2 of Paul's traveling companions from Macedonia into the theater with them. When Paul hears about the riot, he wants to go to the amphitheater, but the believers wouldn't let him. Even some of the officials of the province, friends of Paul, sent him a message begging him not to risk his life and to stay away. Inside the theater, the people are all shouting, some one thing and some another. The assembly is in confusion. Most of the people do not even know why they are there. The Jews in the crowd push Alexander to the front to explain the situation and make a defense before the people. He motions for silence and tries to speak. But when the crowd realizes he is a Jew, they all start chanting again. "Great is Artemis of the Ephesians! Great is Artemis of the Ephesians!" They keep up shouting for 2 hours. Can you imagine? Eventually, the city clerk is able to get the crowd quiet. He says, "Fellow Ephesians, doesn't all the world know that the city of Ephesus is the guardian of the temple of the great Artemis and of her image, which fell from heaven? Therefore, since these facts are undeniable, you ought to calm down and not do anything rash. You have brought these men here, though they have neither robbed temples nor blasphemed our goddess. If then Demetrius and his fellow craftsmen have a case against anybody, they should make formal charges. The courts are in session, and the officials can hear the case at once. If there is anything further you want to bring up, it must be settled in a legal assembly. We are in danger of being charged by the Roman government of rioting without a good reason. And if the Roman government demands an explanation about what has happened today, we won't know what to say, since there's no reason for this commotion." After the city clerk has said this, he dismisses the people and they leave the theater. When the uproar has ended, Paul asks the Christians to come together. He says goodbye and leaves them. Paul travels to Macedonia, where he also has been before during his second missionary trip. What else will he experience during traveling this time? You will hear it in the next story.